Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into some of the most frequently asked questions in the AWS interviews. Whether you are prepping for a solution architect, DevOps, or cloud engineer role, these answers will definitely help you out. So let's jump right in. So first question is like, what is AWS? So first up, the most basic questions you will definitely get asked is, what is AWS? So AWS or Amazon Web Services is the world leading cloud service platform. It offers over 200 fully featured services from data center globally, and company uses AWS for variety of tasks like data storage, computing power, machine learning, and IoT, and so much more. So what makes AWS popular is its scalability, pay as you go pricing, and the fact that you can build and scale applications without needing to manage the physical infrastructure yourself. So AWS is widely used across industries like finance and healthcare, educations, and even in government due to its high security and reliability. So next is, what are the key services like offered by AWS? So there are a lot of services under AWS, but here are the core ones you absolutely need to know. First one is Amazon EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud. So this is your virtual server in the cloud, which provides scalable computing power. Next one is S3 Simple Storage Service, so used for storing and retrieving any amount of data. It's known for its 11 nines of durability. And next is Amazon RDS Relational Database Service, so managed services for running databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, and Oracle in the cloud. Next is Lambda. It's a serverless compute service that lets you run code without provisioning servers, so it's perfect for event driven applications. And last one is a virtual private cloud, so this helps you create your own isolated network within AWS, giving you more control over your infrastructure. So these are the just basics, but they form the foundation of most AWS architectures. Okay, so next question is like very common to ask, what is the difference between a region and availability zone in AWS? So moving on to the third one, the difference between the availability zone and the region. So AWS region is a physical geographic location that consists of multiple availability zones. So a region is designed to be a completely isolated from other regions to achieve the greatest possible fault tolerance and stability. So suppose you have a server in region like Ohio, so US East 1, so US East 1, then this is the US East 1A, 1A and 1B and 1C. So in single region, multiple availability zones. So each availability zone is essentially one or more discrete data centers within a region, so each with redundant power, networking, and connectivity. So these are physically separate from each other, but they are connected through the low latency network. So this design allow AWS to provide high availability and a fault tolerance. For example, if an issues occur in one of the availability zone, like then the other one of the other are still operational, keeping the services running without disruption. Okay, so next is like, what is MI or machine image? So machine image is essentially a blueprint of your EC2 instances. It contains the information needed to launch the instance, including the operating system, application server, and any application or configuration you want to pre-install. And when you create EC2 instance, you have to select an MI, and that MI is used to launch the server with all the softwares and configuration baked in. And you can also create your own custom MIs if you have specific requirements for your applications. So MIs make it easy to launch multiple instances with the exact same setup, so which is useful for scaling your infrastructure. And last question is like, very common to us, what is the difference between S3 and EBS. So S3 is like, as earlier said, simple storage service. So it is as object storage. So it is used to store files like images, videos, backups, and static assets. Like, it's designed for scalability and high durability, making it ideal for storing large amount of unstructured data. And EBS is like it is a block storage, so it's more like a traditional hard drive for your EC2 instances. It's ideal for persistent storage that needs to be attached to an EC2 instances like database or file system. So the key difference between the S3 is used for storing files and object across the internet, while EBS is used for attaching storage like directly to your EC2 instances. So, and there you have it. Those are the top 5 AWS interview questions answered. So if you are preparing for an AWS role, make sure to review these concepts because they are almost guaranteed to come up. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more AWS tips and cloud tutorials. And if you have any other questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help.